Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. We had a pretty good run of cattle this week, 800 head on Monday and a little over 1,400 head on Tuesday. And I was pretty surprised at how well the cattle sold in light of what's going on in the world and conditions everywhere. But cattle prices, I think, were a little bit higher. The market reporter called them steady, but Roger, I'll have to disagree with you on some classes of cattle. I saw some 500-pound steer calves bring about $1.40, which I think was higher than last week. I saw some 400-pound calves bringing up there in the 160s, and some the three-weight calves were right there about 170. Quality is lacking in a lot of these cattle. We're seeing a lot of cleanup cattle, odds and ends, brammers and crackers, and a few number ones. Some first calf heifer calves are showing up now. Some lightweight 200-pound calves are selling real good. We had a really good supply of slaughter cows this week from various places, but slaughter cows look like to me they were a little bit higher. We had some cows up there in the 60s. So buyer participation was good. We've got all of our buyers here. Demand is good, very good on the better number one quality calves, and the plainer cattle are still not much demand for them. Conditions are getting a little bit dry. I know it's not been that long ago since we were hoping the rain would quit, but it did, and now we could use a little bit of rain down here, and the weather's been cooling off, and the pasture conditions are shorter grass, not too much frost in our area, but a little bit north of here I've heard reports of just brown conditions there, and dry and frosted pastures, and condition of the cattle is showing up. We see quite a few cattle coming in here that are stressed from the wet weather conditions, from the wet times, and now the lack of grass and lack of good pasture conditions have taken its toll on some cattle. So be careful when you're handling them. When you bring them in the pens, try not to stress them as much as you can. Stay calm with them and try not to run them around and bring them into the market. You know, they've got a long day ahead of them. They come in here and they get processed and they go through the ring and get sold, and then they have to stay in the pen until the new buyers take them home, which it's a long day for those animals. And always be concerned about treating your animals as humanely as possible, because it sure helps on the other end. So anyway, had a good run of cattle, and I expect that next week we'll have another good run of cattle. Usually that's the way it is when the first of the year comes around. There's holdover cattle from the previous year, and we have some big runs for the month of January and into February for a little bit, and then it'll probably start slacking off. The futures cattle are looking pretty good. The fat market is up, but it's down one day and up another day, but they've added some money onto the futures board, and the cash trade in the fat cattle is pretty consistent over the last couple weeks. I think they're trading fat cattle now for around $1.12 to $1.13. Corn prices are still high, and that sure has an effect on these calf prices. But all in all, I think it's pretty good. We did have some high prices this week. Tommy and Diane, these cattle of Okeechobee, topped the calf market with a 215-pound calf that brought $2.45, bought by DNS. And for the slaughter cow, Kelvin Moreno of Venus topped the cow market with a 1,335-pound cow that brought 66 cents, bought by Florida Beef. That's your market report. Thank you.